on the ice, the 7th team of the SI. Why the announcement now?
Well, our group has been kind of working feverishly over the last 2 months to put this together with the SIJHL. We were awarded a franchise down at the semi-annual meeting down in Spooner, Wisconsin 2 weeks ago. So we felt that it was important, to get this out, and we had to start things moving with the franchise going forward, and looking to be on the ice in September of this year. We needed to move forward, get our get a head coach hired and start hitting the ground on recruitment of players.
So you mentioned the head coach position. Have you found a head coach yet?
No, we've definitely shortlisted, and we have, we've extended our search not just to, to Thunder Bay, but we have some, we have a couple applications from Manitoba, some from down in Southern Ontario. So we're going to be going through those, doing some interviews over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully name this coach very soon.
So you've shortlisted, you've got you started from obviously a large list, you've got it down to several candidates. What type of candidate are you looking for when it comes to being the first head coach for the Cam River Fighting Walleye?
We're looking for somebody that's looking to grow with us, somebody with obviously some junior A experience, but also somebody that's, coming in with some fresh ideas, looking at a new franchise, and like I said, to really to grow their coaching resume with us. And our goal is here to have somebody come in and hopefully move on to something bigger and better in a couple of years, and then bring another guy in after that. So we're looking to not only promote players here, but we're looking to promote coaches to the next level.
So the inaugural season will start next fall. Obviously, plans are starting now to build that team. Is there a possibility that a majority of this current walleye team could be moving up, or is this something we're looking for something that's completely fresh to start off with in the 2020-2021 season?
Well, I mean, Theo, we've got a lot of our players are aging out this year. I mean, they're going to be going, they won't be eligible to play junior A hockey in Canada, but definitely anybody that is age eligible will be invited. And we would definitely like some flavor from our junior B team. We have, like I mentioned, I think before, we have a lot of players on our club that have junior A talent. It's just whether they have the time and the time to commit to the junior A game with all their other school or work commitments that they have.
Of course, it's always a massive uptaking when you look at hockey being part of a lifestyle, and the importance of making sure you have a full-rounded life as well, not just hockey. David, is the current walleye program still going to be operation status quo for next fall, or is this going to be the close of that team and then the bringing up of this new team?
No, the team will move forward in junior B. It'll be staying in the Lakehead Junior Hockey League. There is a chance it may be rebranded. It depends, again, what happens over the next month or two with some new people getting involved. We're looking to have a very strong affiliation relationship with this group. So, the players that do play on the junior B team will be able to come up and get some experience in junior A, which would allow some of those people I was referring to earlier, still to stay in junior B, still have their commitments with school and work, and maybe possibly play some games in the SIJHL.
You beat me to my next question, Derek, because I was going to ask you, is there going to be an affiliation with the junior B and junior A squad? And that's great, because I think that'll show a little bit of promise, but also that opportunity for the next level in Thunder Bay as well.
Yes, for sure. I mean, that's what it's all about, is getting as many people and many players, not only in Thunder Bay, the region, and wherever else that we can recruit from, the opportunity to play junior hockey. And I mean, I think we're not only opening this up for, another 20 to 25 players to play in the SIJHL, but, we may be able to bring another, 10, 15 players into junior B, which is awesome.
So let's talk. It's a very big announcement because it's the second team that will be playing out of the Thunder Bay main rink, correct? There's also the North Stars that are in the SI?
Yeah, the North Stars will be playing out of they play out of the Fort William Gardens. We'll be staying in our home arena that we have right now, the Thunder Bay Tournament Center. We've we've put together a great deal with the Friesens out there, and we're looking forward to continuing that as our home and making some improvements to that arena to make it a little bit more fan friendly. And we're really excited about that. To have the two teams in Thunder Bay, I think is going to create some a rivalry, which will be great. I think there's going to be some synergies between the two teams. It's going to cut down some travel, not only for the two Thunder Bay teams, but it's going to cut some travel down for the teams visiting Thunder Bay. Now they can play 2 to 3 game series. I'll be playing against the, excuse me for a second. Not going to be playing against the, the same team 2 or 3 times. There'll be a little bit of flexibility. So I think for the league, for the city, and for the two teams, it'll be great.
How much more busy in terms of games is the SIJHL compared to the LJHL? How many more games do you play? Sorry, did you get that last one, Derek?
You're looking at it's a 56 game schedule opposed to I didn't. Sorry.
So it's considerably more games playing in the Junior A program, and like you said, having 2 teams out of Thunder Bay will cut down on travel. There's now going to be 7 teams. What's the furthest travel distance that a team would have to take to play in the Junior A program in the SIJHL?
There is Thief River Falls from Thief River Falls, Minnesota. I believe is a 7-hour drive. The team in Red Lake is probably 6.5 hours. So I mean, those would be your 2. But the nice thing is there's a lot of teams right in that same. So you could go to a game, play a game in Fort Francis on a Friday night, then drive 2 hours to play in Thief, on the Saturday. So I think, now you'd have teams being able to come into Thunder Bay, playing us on a Friday night, playing the North Stars Saturday, and possibly us on a Sunday. So, they're starting their bus, they're getting 3 games opposed to 2, and they're playing some different competition, which I think will be good for them.
Absolutely. No, that's fantastic news. So what are the next hurdles that have to be overcome here to make this? Is it completely official, or is there one more vote that has to still take place to be fully warranted into the upcoming season?
Well, I mean, we're a full-fledged member of the SIJHL in the way of franchise and everything. I guess it needs to be, rubber stamped by Hockey Canada, which I don't see any problems here, and the Canadian Junior Hockey League. I think those should just be formalities, and we'll be going ahead definitely in September.
How important is it to have that association with Hockey Canada and the CJ, and making sure that you get part of that, those associations with another team in Thunder Bay?
Well, it's essential. I mean, obviously, if we need to be affiliated with them because we need to be sanctioned, we need to be, insured and all that stuff. So yeah, it would have to be something going forward. We'd have to be involved. So
you got to have it done. Like, it's not something you can't just push under the rug and say, "Nah, we'll do that later," kind of thing.
No. And I mean, we've got a commissioner in the SIJHL of Brian Graham. He'll be dealing with that and making sure everything is.
You mentioned the North Stars program and Ryan Graham. The other 3, or the ownership group, how did this all come about? Like, what was the initial discussion between the people, the group in Thunder Bay that said, let's make this the next step? How did that all come to fruition?
Well, I think, Kevin McCullum, who's the general manager of this hockey club, he was very instrumental in starting Thief River Falls in the SIJHL. Was a general manager there and a partner in Thief River. And, he ended up, having a young child and moving back here to Thunder Bay with his wife and starting things off. So I think he really wanted to get back into the SIJHL and say that 10 times and to junior hockey. And they were actually looking at the franchise that's a little dormant in Hoyt Lakes in Minnesota. And then we had a discussion here. I was interested in moving up to the SI. we talked. We realized we were on the same page on a lot of our vision. We have incredible passion, all of us, for the game, for growing the game, for growing junior hockey here in the area. And when we got together and discussed this further, we decided that we were going to make a play on this and try to get in the SI.
It's fantastic news. It's going to strengthen the league, no doubt. It's going to bring better and, rivalry, like you said. You said it very politely earlier. The rivalry that will be between the Walleye and the North Stars will be very apparent in Thunder Bay. Your outlook for the next 5 years with the Fighting Walleye, do you see this strengthening the league, obviously, but what do you see this program doing for junior A hockey in that Superior and the Interlake area there?
Well, I think one thing we're going to do right away is we're going to, bridge a gap. I think that's been a little bit formed between minor hockey in Thunder Bay and junior hockey. We're going to, be very involved with the organizations in Thunder Bay, let them know what we're all about, share our vision with them, let them know that, their players are going to have opportunities here. The more people we can have continuing the game, the better for our sport in Thunder Bay, for our program, and also the SIJHL and the Lakehead Junior Hockey League and kids playing Junior B. So I think the biggest thing is, we're here to stay. We're here to work with all the teams in the SIJHL to make it a stronger league, to get our word out, to help move players to the next level, which is a hugely important thing, whether it be collegiate or up into, the OHL, Western Hockey League, anything like that. So that's what we're here to do.
So it's another stepping stone. It allows for that, like you said, that bridge to be put in place. That's fantastic, Derek. We're going to take a quick break. Cam River is located where in association with Thunder Bay? Is it close by, or is it why Cam River and not calling it the Thunder Bay Fighting Walleye?
Well, Cam River is an important, landmark in Thunder Bay. It's the river that feeds Lake Superior, which is the greatest lake in the world. The Keckabecca Falls, which is a huge tourist attraction in Thunder Bay, is on the Cam River. So a lot of people coming from all across North America and the world will go to Keckabecca, see the Cam River, and watch it flow into Lake Superior. Also, a lot of industry is located on the Cam River, and so a lot of people have earned their living, because of the river and the different companies that have been on there. So it's a very important landmark in Thunder Bay. Why did we call it the Cam River instead of Thunder Bay Fighting Walleye? I think we wanted to be different. Everybody that does play the Thunder Bay Fighting Walleye will have to go over a bridge, the Cam River, to get to the arena. So I think it's a kind of a neat thing that is that's going to be involved in every game night. A lot of our smaller communities, such as Nebing, Slate Falls, all those different little areas are on the banks of the Cam River. So I think and that is in our area, in our arena. So I think that's where we came up with it. And again, I think it just makes us a little bit different. Different
is good. How do you say those falls again? Keckabecca?
Keckabecca Falls.
Keckabecca Falls. The Cam River will be on display, I'm sure. Come the end of April, we'll take a quick break here with Derek Geddes and the Fighting Walleye. This is On the Ice with ASTV.
Making the world a better place is always a work in progress, because our idea of success is not an endpoint. It's a new milestone from which we can move forward. As industries rise and new technologies take shape, we're committed to keeping pace, to ensuring our innovations are shared and our journeys celebrated, even as we set our sights on where to go next. This is how we live, how we learn, how we grow. Red River College, what we're doing is working.
back on the ice here with Derek Geddes of the now. Do I still call you the Fighting Walleye, the LJHL right now, or should I refer to you as the Cam River Fighting Walleye?
We're definitely, until the end of the Keystone Cup, we're the Thunder Bay Fighting Walleye of the Lakehead Junior Hockey League, and that's our quest, to win that league and to compete well in the Keystone.
So now, because the Walleye are hosting it, they get an automatic bid. Is that correct?
Yeah, obviously we're in the tournament.
Okay, and we got the Hawks leading the league right now at 17-5-1. They've taken a bit of a stranglehold on that first place position. Now, are they going to finish first?
They've definitely been hot. We do have a couple games in hand, and we do play them head to head. So I mean, I think anything could happen here in the regular season. Then we go into a playoff where there's a 4-team playoffs. You have first versus fourth, second versus third. And we'll see what happens. The last two seasons have seen the Northern Hawks defeat us in the finals, so we're definitely all in to hopefully declaw those Hawks.
Declaw the Hawks, like you say, perfectly well done. You mentioned earlier in our previous segment that a lot of these players will be aging out. This is going to be their last, hurrah, so to speak, to play and to finish strong and leave a little bit of a, leave a little impression on the Keystone Cup. How important is it for those players to finish strong and finish their season off with a victory?
Well, the nice thing, Theo, is a lot of these players started off and bought into the Walleye team in the first year. When we were getting this thing off the ground, and as 18-year-olds, they came into the league and had confidence in our ownership and our coaching staff to join our team. And we'd like nothing better for those kids, to walk away in April, not only with the Lakehead Junior Hockey League Championship, but a Keystone Cup Championship. It'd be a great feather in their cap for their hockey career, and something they'll definitely remember the rest of their lives.
Well, absolutely, and that's a great mention, because it's always about community and getting the community involved. And you see these players grow up from playing, 8, 9 and ups, and now they're playing into their junior B. It's great to see those players play their entire career, or most of their career, being a hometown body. So kudos to them. Good luck to those two teams. Quickly around the rest of the team, the other programs. We talked last week to Mike Zambon, who's the president of the Prairie Junior Hockey League. What do you think about the fact that that program plays almost twice as many games compared to the LJ? Do you think that bodes well for them, and the travel and all the expenses and all the tiresome perhaps, or do you think it's better off playing a 25 to 30 game season and being well rested going into a cup like this?
I think it could go either way with that. I think they're going to be a strong competitor in the Keystone Cup. We knew that. We knew it was very important to get them involved, to really build the Keystone Cup up for not only this year, but the future. We needed Saskatchewan in there, and Mike and the teams out there, we're so grateful for them that they are coming to this tournament. I think that they're going to be game ready. They're going to have to go through 3-4 rounds. The champion that's coming here is going to be going through 3 or 4 rounds of playoffs. So, I mean, they're going to be game ready. They're going to be strong. And like I've told you, I think in the past, they're going to be the team to beat whoever comes.
Yeah, no, they've got the Quakers and the Capitals leading their respective divisions. So, like you said, their playoffs will be starting here shortly. So they're going to come battle tested, I'm sure. And they're going to have to travel the longest distance, perhaps, to get to Thunder Bay. In the middle, we have the Keystone Junior B program, a little bit scenario where you've got the Flames and the Storm from the Keystone Junior B program. The biggest thing is making sure, or trying to field the team that's going to show up on the ice. And for the Flames, they've stepped ahead, having a tremendous 22-3-1 record. Do you see them being the formidable opponent coming out of that Keystone Junior B division?
Yeah, I think anybody that comes out of there will be strong. We did have some games against Peguis in Fort Francis earlier in the year, and they're a strong competitor, and they always build their program, and it gets stronger as the year goes on. Yeah, I think anybody out of there is going to be very good. I know that the Storm, any of the top 3 teams there, and again, they go into a pretty tough playoff format where there's some travel involved. They've got some teams that are 8-9 hours apart. So when they're doing that, I mean, that can change a lot of things. But yeah, we're expecting whoever comes out of that Keystone Junior Hockey League to be a strong competitor in April.
No doubt. So April 23rd to the 26th, planning, of course, is underway. House ticket sales, obviously the support of the town is fantastic. Are you doing any type of scouting perhaps to the other teams here? Or are you just looking forward to taking care of the Walleye and getting through that division first and then taking care of round 2 afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, again, just to talk a little bit about the planning and everything that's going on here. I mean, we're very excited. We announced our live music that we're going to have involved. We've got some spectacular bands here from Thunder Bay, playing. They're going to play in between the 2 games each day. They're going to be playing in between the first and second intermission, and then we're going to have 2 sets after the game as well, and it's going to be incredible. The fans are going to be treated to some incredible hockey action, some music. We've actually got a band coming in from Vancouver. They're making their way. They're playing in Winnipeg on the Wednesday night and Sault Ste. Marie on the Saturday. We were lucky enough, we're going to have them on the Keystone kickoff party on Thursday night over at the Nebing Roadhouse, a band called Chase the Bear, and they're a pretty exciting band. So we've got that out there to our fans. We're hoping, obviously, to link in as many people as we can for this event, both musically and obviously we're gonna have a great action on the ice. So we're excited about that. Another thing that I don't think we've discussed before is we've got Tim Hortons on board for a skills competition that's going to run. Basically, it's going to be like a NHL All-Star where the kids are going to be checking their speed of their shot, their skating, some agility courses, and that's going to be for novice, Adam, and Pee Wee kids. And 2 organizations in town, the Thunder Bay Kings hockey organization, which is our AAA boys program, and the Thunder Bay Queens hockey organization, which is our AAA girls program, are going to be organizing this, and it's going to be free of charge for these kids to come out. They're going to, like I said, figure out how hard they shoot, figure out all those different things, and I think it's going to be great. We're going to involve them into the tournament and let them be part of it. So we're excited about that. We're also excited to announce that we received some Cdc Mat Funding, which is the municipality accommodation tax funding for this tournament. So we're very happy to have that, which is going to allow us to do some more things for the teams coming in, including team meals, helping them out with that, of course, and again, just providing this entertainment, which I think is going to make this a really memorable trip for the teams from Manitoba, Saskatchewan, their fans, and all their families that come to Thunder Bay.
It sounds like a tremendous week planned ahead, Derek, on the ice and off the ice. The talent, the entertainment, the support from the fans, support from the community has been tremendous. The skills competition should be lots of fun for those kids. I don't think they're going to be rifling shots from the stands into buckets, though, I don't think. But they'll have a good time, I'm sure, finding out how fast they can shoot and how fast they can skate, right?
Oh, I think it'll be great for them. And again, it isn't a competition where they're going against other people. It's just for them to personally know what their best is, and then it gives them something to aim towards improving for the next year.
That's amazing news, Derek. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking with you very shortly again to seeing how playoffs go and who's in and who's out. Okay. And we'll get some finalized teams and who's going to be playing in the Keystone Cup very shortly. This has been On the Ice, brought to you by Pembina Source for Sports, sitting down with Derek Geddes of the now Thunder Bay Fighting Walleye and the upcoming Cam River Fighting Walleye. And thank you very much for spending some time with me, Derek. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks, Theo. You too. Take care.